Hello and welcome to this week's Granny's Garden. Now today I'm going to be planting the very last of the spring 2022 bulbs that I have. Number one on the list is going to be Botanical Crocus. Now in a video about 5 or 6 weeks ago I did say I was putting in a final order with Farmer Gracie for these Botanical Crocus because from my porch or from my sitting room window I see this beautiful lawn, and around the edge, between the edge of the lawn and the euonymus hedge, which is a low little hedge, I thought a beautiful splash of colour to see when the weather is cold and miserable is right what I needed, is exactly what I needed, better said. So today the idea is I've got about between 200 and 300 little crocus bulbs to plant them around the edge, and if I've got any left over I'll plant them in the woodland area. But first of all I think we need to do a bit of leaf blowing. So this is the area I'm talking about. This is my sitting room window, my front porch, and this is the expanse of lawn I can see from the window. So all around the edge, right the way around this fan shape, I'm going to be planting all of those crocus. Now it was a hell of a gale last night and the day before. So virtually, like the crepe myrtle, the box elder, the magnolia have almost completely lost their leaves, and the prunus is in the process of. But of course it has left a huge pile up of leaves just where I was going to plant those crocus. So as I said before, I think I need to get out the leaf blower first to leave that area nice and clean. This is a euonymus hedge, but it is established. It's low, but that doesn't mean it's young. It is quite established, so I'm definitely anticipating running into quite a few roots. So to help the war effort, I've got two tools. One is the Hori-Hori. Would never be without the Hori-Hori, probably the best tool in my entire garden shed. Concave knife, nice ruler, tells you easily what 4 inches deep or what 6 inches deep is. It goes up to, the ruler goes up to 6 inches, and it's also centimetres on one side for the European standards. And if you do have hardpan, rock, roots, you just stab it in and it should go through like butter. The other thing is my auger, my faithful auger. I've got two of these. One is a 2-inch one and this particular one is a 3-inch one, because if I wiggle it round I'll probably be able to get a group of 3 in each of the hole. This is the original PowerPlanter. It's a proper PowerPlanter, whereas the other one, the 2-inch one I've got, is an imitation. No comparison whatsoever between a PowerPlant auger and an imitation auger. These are absolutely fantastic. So I think it's about time to get cracking. Few basics on crocus. They are of course small bulbs, but that doesn't mean they're planted superficially. They're actually planted between 4 to 6 inches deep, which is quite deep for something this tiny. Flat side down, pointy side up. In other cases it's more easy because it's actually started to sprout, which makes it dead easy to say which side is up or which side is down, because you're not going to get this lovely sprout and then turn it upside down, are we? They are full sun or partial shade, but in that early spring it really rarely makes a difference. Virtually all my trees are deciduous. I've got a magnolia beside me. This particular magnolia is a lucky red, or red lucky better said, and it is deciduous. So by the time the crocus comes up and flowers and the leaves are gathering strength for the following year, there's no leaves on the tree anyway. So it doesn't make a blind bit of difference. If you're planting in maybe a heavy evergreen section, yeah, be a bit more careful, but certainly in a normal setup, no problem whatsoever. Now that we know it's 4 to 6 inches deep, separation is about 2 to 4 inches. I prefer the 2-inch because I want higher impact. I'm going to be wiggling around, as I said, the auger, so I'm aiming for 3 per hole, maybe even 4. I don't know if I'm naughty, but certainly time to get cracking because I have a whole pile of these bulbs, 300 in all, in units of 25, and they are a nice mix. I'm going to put a little photo on the screen so you can see the actual mix I've got. It's called Botanical Mixed. Let's get going. Now what I'm doing is actually, in a hole I'm only planting 3. I'm not being too naughty, just with a 2-inch gap between them in a triangle shape like that. And then I'm putting 4 inches between hole and hole. So there is quite a gap to let them naturalise and push together over time. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty with the wind
the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand.
Well, that's the planting done. If you see this, the empty paper bags at fairly regular intervals right up until the very, very end. Well, that's all the bulbs planted, at least all the crocus bulbs planted. I do have a few remaining, which I'm going to be planting in the woodland area, but for the moment it's 300 bulbs. That's 3 per hole, that's 100 holes. So I'm very, very glad I've got both the auger and the Hori-Hori to help in the task, because if not, I would have been here for hours. This afternoon, apart from the few remaining crocus, I'm going to be planting in the woodland area some muscari, the sommelier collection from Farmer Gracie, and it consists of the Armeniacum, which is the typical blue, pink sunrise and white magic. So a beautiful mix of white, pink and blue. Should be gorgeous in the springtime there. A nice pop of colour, especially now that I've finally got the fence in. I can start actually planting things in the woodland area. So excited to see that. For the moment, it's time for me to go in and make the dogs dinner, and my own dinner, of course. And I hope to see you here with me next week in Granny's garden. For the moment, bye-bye now.
Take my hand.